Welcome to 101 East. I'm Steve Chow. Cage fighting, also known as mixed martial arts, attracts millions of fans across Asia and the world. Although it's mostly men who fight, the women's competition is skyrocketing in popularity.
She's tapped out, it's over.
And female fighters are breaking stereotypes in this aggressively macho sport. On this episode, Ella Callan follows the rise of Malaysia's first professional female cage fighter, as she answers her critics.
Before a fight, I do a lot of mental preparation, weeks before. It's really important to find that stillness within. There's so much going on, it's easy to get lost. To me, it's like beautiful art. And once you're in that cage, it reveals your true self. Are you a fight or flight kind of person? And for me, I'm a fighter.
If, like me, you're new to the world of mixed martial arts or MMA, brace yourself. It's not for the faint-hearted.
So you can't manipulate the fingers, you can't hit behind the head and the spine, you can't stomp them in the face, and you can't kick or knee to the groin, but basically you can do everything else.
MMA is a furious mix of combat sports like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, kickboxing and Muay Thai. And its popularity is growing fast. What began as a little-known sport in Southeast Asia 3 years ago has evolved into a mainstream live TV event with millions of fans around the world.
It's just a 15-minute fight. 5 minutes, 3 rounds, just going at each other with that survival instinct.
Women are not only the fastest growing fan group in this aggressively macho sport, they're also increasingly doing battle in the cage.
People love to see girls fight, for sure. People love to see their fight.
28-year-old Osman is the big new star in Asian MMA.
She's smart, she's articulate, she's athletic, she's fit, she's strong. It's a promoter's dream, definitely, you know, that you have somebody that is that great of a package.
It's fight night. Anne is about to do battle in front of 10,000 fans. The atmosphere feels like a rock concert. I'm here to find out what drives a woman to get into that cage.
She's a media darling, the hope of a nation, and an icon for women. Can she claim victory and live up to the hype?
You can turn your face a little more. Oh yeah, nice.
It's a month before fight night, and Anne is going to be on the cover of Men's Health magazine.
Sexy expression. You can breathe through your lips all the time. Yeah. So just feeling sexy. Yeah.
In the bright lights of Malaysia's capital, Kuala Lumpur, she's a long way from her home in Borneo.
Tough, man. I'm about to go in the cage right now.
Anne became a professional cage fighter just 18 months ago, but she's fast becoming a celebrity.
This is nice. Yeah, this is
Even before she's had a shot at a championship, her popularity is outshining far more experienced male fighters.
Okay, let me work that look in the mirror first.
But the reason Anne has captured the public's imagination goes beyond her gender and good looks. I've come to Kota Kinabalu in the far eastern Malaysian state of Sabah, Anne's hometown, to find out why she became a professional cage fighter. This is where she trains with the Borneo tribal squad. I admit I'm pretty intimidated.
The Anne we had yesterday was like in heels and makeup, and she was laughing and giggly and girly, and today she's like a killer.
My coach gonna scoop on his lower backs, yeah? So from here, I just get out.
AJ Pyro Mansour is her coach. He's also an MMA fighter. He lives and breathes it.
2 minutes each and switch. And first. Time, guys.
This is where Anne will spend hours each day getting ready for the fight of her career.
I'm a little bit scared of you today.
Why?
You're like different.
Of course, that's what I said. I look horrendous. Serious.
You don't look horrendous, but you look like a killer.
It wasn't always this way. 4 years ago, she was running scared. A group of men kept following her as she drove home from work late at night.
I was going back late, around 10 in the night, and they were highlighting me at the back. They were honking and just like whistling and waving at me. When I stopped at a gas station and thought they would go away, they actually stopped on this side of the road and kind of like waited for me. So I said, you know, I just have to go home as fast as I can.
If that happened to you today, what would you do differently?
I think I'd be more brave. I don't think I'd be that timid.
She asked AJ if she could join his Muay Thai class. Back then, she was the only woman. He immediately spotted her talent and asked if she wanted to compete.
One day I just asked her, like, do you want to fight amateur fight in Kuala Lumpur in 2 weeks' time? And, yeah, okay. Like, see, like, she's not afraid, and she's a woman. She, you know, punch, and sometimes you hurt your face. Like, she didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, let's try, let's do it. That's where I knew she not just got the talent, but she got the heart.
Can she hurt you?
Yeah, she can hurt me. She can hurt everyone. She's tough. She broke my nose once during grappling, so accidentally.
Anne says she's actually broken his nose 3 times. But once training's over, I get to see another side of her altogether.
I'm meeting Anne and her family here for dinner tonight. I'm really keen to hear about what they think of her being an MMA fighter, because that's a lot of the questions that people ask. What do your parents think?
Hi.
Anne comes from a Muslim family.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This is my dad, Uncle Osman. Hi.
She's the second of 5 children, 3 girls and 2 boys.
What did you say when she said she was going to become a fighter?
At first, I thought she wasn't serious.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I mean, I'd never know that it's going to be this far, you know. But I support her all the way. Whatever they do.
Anne's mum is the backbone of the family. But while she's supportive, she does have her limits when it comes to MMA.
Have you been to see Anne fight?
I don't want to see live fights. I want to see after the fight and after I know the result. Then I will.
Then you can watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot at stake for these two early in their 1FC careers.
I don't want to go because I won't be able to control my mouth. I'll be yelling.
She's got to get through those busy hands of Anne Hulatan.
Oh my God.
Would be too much, huh?
Too much.
And Osman taking a deal of punishment early on. What can she do to contain that?
Especially the time when she was punching you like, oh my God. But she just go on with it. You know, she never back out. Did you see her
I
fight
did.
with Anna hold it down?
Tremendously quick hands. Oh, good right hand!
I can imagine it's pretty hard as a parent to watch this.
Osman's in trouble.
But we were quite surprised because when she was young, she was very quiet.
Spending time with the Osmans, you see that Anne comes from a line of strong women. But her dad supports her too, even if he doesn't say much.
He's got a different thinking compared to my mom. He's more conservative. He's like, oh, you should dress like this. You know how dads are. It's normal, but he's very supportive of what I do.
They must hate seeing you getting hit, though.
Of course, but they're parents, you know. They're still mom and dad.
Her family might have come to terms with this unconventional career, but Anne needs to have thick skin. Religious conservatism is on the rise in Malaysia. On social media, she's often attacked for showing too much skin and not wearing a headscarf. I wonder if it bothers her.
So I posted this photo and you've got like 28,000 hits on it.
Oh yeah.
People are commenting.
Seen by, yeah.
But it's not all great.
Well,
how do you deal with that?
I just tend to ignore it, you know. People just like to say a lot of things. Some people talk about me not being, you know, a real Muslim. Some people say that, you know, I'm just an attention whore and yeah, getting all these media. It's not nice stuff, but I know who I am. I know it's not true, so I don't let it get to me. You know, you can never stop people saying stuff. They have their own.
But it's hard to take, even though Anne knows criticism comes with being in the public eye.
Not everyone's gonna love you. When you talk about beliefs, you know, that never change. Wherever I am, I always believe in God. I may not be the perfect Muslim, but I always try to do the best I can.
How do you kind of square that with doing the sexy photo shoots and all the other things that you have to do for sponsorship? Sex sells, magazines, sponsorships, all of those things.
Yes, as much as we despise it, I kind of understand, you know, why does it happen? But of course, you know, I wouldn't go that far.
Wouldn't go how far?
I wouldn't go far like posing nude or posing in a bikini or anything like that.
Suri Kemp is from an advocacy group called Sisters in Islam. I ask her about the public criticism of Anne.
People sometimes draw justification from religion or try to justify their discriminatory attitudes using religion. But essentially what I think it is about is gender. At the end of the day, it comes down to that. It's a double standard.
Stand by 1 minute.
The media isn't doing much to help, playing up all the cliches and trying to make Anne look ultra-feminine.
Ha, ha, ha. That's right, it's our honor to have the woman herself and Osman here. We're talking about breaking gender stereotypes today on Bella Society.
But today, it seems no stereotypes are really being broken.
Fashion, she loves to do her nails, she loves to get her hair done like any other woman, right?
True, true.
Yeah, so nothing is impossible for us.
Anne gets asked to cook her favourite meal and give weight loss tips.
Eggs are really good protein source. Don't be scared of eggs.
There you have it. We have to go because we're out of time. But tomorrow on the show, is there such thing as the perfect woman for a man?
What they don't talk about is how Anne is actually inspiring other women to take up mixed martial arts. On the street, you'd never pick Dharma Arshad as an MMA enthusiast. But like many others, she joined the Borneo tribal squad after seeing Anne train.
She's really inspiring. Yes, she's really tough and strong, brave. She's Superwoman.
And Dharma isn't too bad herself. She's even been in some amateur jiu-jitsu competitions.
People are impressed by me. I give them a wow factor because I'm wearing a headscarf during fights.
She says because of Anne, her confidence has grown.
I'm very impressed with her because she still makes time for acts of worship. She can manage her time well.
Ah, this is cool. So MMA is not the only thing that you do. You also do other extreme sports?
Yes, motocross. I'm ready wages.
High heels and a hijab on a motorbike. Yeah. You're hardcore.
Let's call a girl. Oh, she geared up. She's ready.
Anne's impact is growing. She's asked to show women's self-defense moves in almost all her public appearances. It's a brave man who takes her on.
Sorry, dude. I should have taught you how to fall.
And one girl that was writing to me said she was in an abusive relationship. And when she saw me fighting, it really inspired her to leave that relationship, which to me really meant a lot because I didn't realize what I was doing was actually changing other people's lives.
And you?
One way to win an MMA fight is to force your opponent into submission. Anne's training for a move called the rear naked choke.
Pushing, pushing, until I get it. You gotta squeeze down.
Oh, God! Okay, that's a rear naked choke. I got it.
But right now, Anne has to get battle ready for the biggest fight of her career. Even before she gets into the cage, there's a major hurdle to overcome. Like most fighters, she has to lose a dramatic amount of weight to qualify for her category.
Make yourself tired. Make yourself tired. Push it then. Just make it stronger.
She'll train like this 5 hours a day on a really strict diet.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3.
Shedding kilos will come to dominate almost everything she does over the next few weeks.
100.
She says it's even tougher than actually getting into the cage.
You know, you can work out so much, but food, I'm a food lover. And to make it worse, I have a sweet tooth. Who doesn't like a slice of moist chocolate cake or a molten chocolate cake? Now you're making me think about food.
You're torturing
yourself. AJ says no, okay? With vanilla ice cream and a raspberry on top.
I'm sorry.
You're mean.
Jokes aside, Anne is the poster girl for a sport that's notorious for its brutality.
Do you feel sorry for her here?
I was about 1.5 minutes on top of her, just punching her endlessly. And midway, during that 1.5 minutes, I kind of look at the referee and say, come on, ref.
So you wanted to stop?
You do not, I mean, as much as, you know, you want to win, but you do not want to hurt someone. You know, you try not to hurt someone, but you know you have to. And
you're hurting her there. There's no
I know. But you know you have to. It's either kill or be killed.
I got to admit to you, Anne, I really don't get this sport. I mean, why would you want to be punched in the face?
I do not want to get punched in the face. That's why we train. For me, you know, that adrenaline rush and, you know, just looking back at my fight is kind of why I remember why I keep coming back into the cage, why I never say no to a fight.
Are you addicted to that?
Some ways, you know, I think I am. I think I am. The thing I love about MMA is a strategy game. I hate it when people say it's just brawling, it's just fighting. It's not. You need to be a smart fighter.
1 minute, 1 minute. Light on your feet, circle. Push the pace, Let's go. Push.
There's no doubt the technique behind a fight and the preparation is impressive. Anne pushes herself as the big day draws closer. She's super competitive and wants everything to be perfect. But the hunger and intense training is taking its toll. Today, her coach AJ isn't happy with her performance, and Anne is feeling overwhelmed.
I feel lost. I always feel I need to have a sense of control of everything. Then only I have a clear mind. But when there's just so much things clouding my mind, it's really hard to really find who I am.
She's got a lot to focus on. I think it's time to leave Anne alone.
Well, on one hand, she makes it all seem really effortless, you know, being a young woman, having a professional MMA career. But on the other hand, she's basically said to us, you know, what a strain it is that she doesn't actually get paid much for any of this, that she doesn't want to have to do all of this media in the lead up to a fight. But she knows at the same time that she needs the attention. That's what MMA and fighting is all about, sponsorship dollars. It's a money-making venture at the end of the day.
I would say I'm a very focused person. I'm really...
At last, it's fight week, and Anne is back in front of the cameras. She looks as photogenic as ever, but she's hungry and tired. She still has to lose 3 more kilograms to qualify for the lightweight division. She's only allowed to sip water, no food, for 4 days, despite a relentless round of interviews.
We are talking to Anne Osman. She is a mixed martial arts fighter.
No one really expected that a small town girl would actually make it, you know, in a sport that no one really heard of, but that's what I did.
At every chance, she's on the scales, clocking each gram she loses.
Now it's Lester.
Next door, Anne's opponent, Walaa Abbas, has arrived from Egypt.
I've been in mixed martial arts for 3 years and boxing for 15 years. I expect to have a very good fight. I'll be very strong, very defiant. I will not submit easily. I came here to take victory.
The countdown clock is ticking and the pressure is on.
Big day, this is the weigh-in. We find out whether Anne and her opponent have made weight. We've bought a huge bag of food because right after this, she has to eat as much as possible and try and put it all back on before the fight. We have different kinds of chocolate, 70%, 80% caramel with sea salt. Oh my God. Avocado, tail nut.
Weeks of training, preparation and starvation come down to this moment.
Up to the scale, we have Malaysia's first female mixed martial artist, Athena Osman. 55.7 and makes weight. There you have it.
Now Anne has to put back on as much weight as possible. In the cage, every kilogram counts to help overpower your opponent.
You go from like not eating anything, not drinking anything,
to eating a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like every hour I have to eat something. And this is for how many people usually? I know, yeah.
Even through the night?
Even through the night.
First starvation, then overeating.
Oh my God, wow.
Before she's even stepped foot into the cage, it's a knockout. The big day arrives. On the way to the fight, Anne is focused and calm as she visualises what's to come. There are 8 fights tonight and hers is second last, one of only 2 that will be broadcast live on TV. It's a nerve-wracking wait.
This is it now for fight time, so I'm not allowed to talk to her anymore. We just have to watch and see what happens.
Fans of mixed martial arts come for a spectacle. Thumping music, special effects, and of course the bloody takedowns. Backstage, Anne is in fight mode. It's time.
Check out the strut. Anne Osman, media superstar, getting so much attention in her home country, and by the look on her face, she means business.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Malaysian super fight.
Go to the center.
The 2 victories have come by technical knockout via punches.
This turn. Head movement and head movement.
Anne's opponent lands some early blows.
She's connecting very solidly and consistently, and Anne Osman is in a fight here.
Don't let go, push, push, push.
But then she takes control.
Anytime.
Sinks in the choke. There it is.
She goes in for the rear naked choke.
Squeeze! Squeeze! Hip pressure! Squeeze! Hey, ref, she's out! Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joy Lipitan calls a halt to this battle at 2 minutes, 23 seconds of round number 1. For your winner, via rear naked choke, and Athena Osman!
As much as I want to win, I want to make sure everyone's entertained. So orang gembira ke tidak? Alanda kuat nih, gembira ke tidak? Good. You know, I told myself, whatever it is, I'm going to make sure I finish fast. You know, make sure I come up with a great performance, and I hope I did.
In In the press room, Anne is riding high, and the congratulations keep coming.
You did so well. I'm so proud of you.
She's now more in demand than ever. Everyone wants a piece of their champion, from the media to the fans.
I've always lived by this mantra that I can achieve anything as long as I put my heart into it, 100%.
Tonight, Anne has had success in the cage, but outside it, she still battles the expectations of society. It's a fight she hasn't chosen, but she's already in the ring. Asian, woman, Muslim, fighter.
And Athena Osman!